Hi once again everyone, welcome to another Drumsense session. We're taking another look at mastering the tables of time. I think you can see there, just about. Mastering the tables of time, we're looking at page 5. For anyone who's, sorry, not looking at page 5, we're looking at page 4. Page 4. Last session I did, we were taking the pulses of 8th triplet, 16th and 16th triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. And the whole idea of this book is it pushes those pulses up and, it pushes those pulses into your practice, and you get different accented studies. Now, we're not going to spend loads and loads of sessions on this book, but I think it's really interesting to go into why this book can do some more for your drumming and more for your teaching, and certainly more for your practice. We're going to look at exercise 3 today, which is playing what David Stanok, who's the author of the book, refers to as 3-note groupings, with the accent on the first note and the second 2 notes not accented. So in other words, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Playing those in, to make these exercises work, playing them in 8th notes and in 16th notes, to make them resolve, we're going to be playing in 3/4 time. Now this in itself, I think, is an interesting variation on our practice. We don't normally practice in 3/4, because normally we practice in 4/4. But this book is compelling us to look at 3/4 as our basic time signature. So what we're talking about is 3-note groupings, 1, 2, 3, which obviously go from right hand to left hand, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm setting my metronome at 80 beats per minute in 3/4. So you can hear the beat 1 of 3. So I'm playing in 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and the triplet, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. Notice the second beat bar begins with the left hand, 1E and a 2. These are the 16ths and the triplet. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. So bear in mind that the second pulse of notes, the 8th note triplet, the second bar will begin on your left hand. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a, and you're onto the left hand. That's very important. So if I then, what exercise 3 here suggests, or tells us to do, in fact, is that we're going to accent in 3-note grouping. So I'm going, here's the 8th note, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Now the triplet is pretty straightforward. The 8th note triplet, groups of 3. Now the 16th is a bit more interesting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You get this rather curious 4/3 accent, which we're going to use in a second. And then the 16th triplet, no surprises there. Okay, let me go through the whole thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 3 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1, 2, 3. Forgot the accent, there you go. Good. So now, as ever, let's take this to the drums. Whoops. So we're going to play toms and cymbals. 1, 2, 3. So I think the one that's giving us the most interest there is the 8th note and the 16th notes. So for example, if I play the 3/4 swing, so I'm playing interpreting the sticking as a right, left, left. So my groups of 3 are being played right, left, left, which is quite good fun. It gives us a very simple 2/3. Which I can then double up to 16ths and get 4/3. So I didn't do that right. Another application I just thought of actually. So I've got 1 and 2 and 3 and. Quite a nice little jazz application in 3/4 to have. Now, just to conclude this particular session, the next exercise is the 3-note grouping with the accent on the 2nd note. So instead of going 1 and 2 and 3, you're going 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, sorry, 1 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that's what I meant to say. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. My own particular challenge here is the 16th note triplet, which I find very challenging to do. So the 8th note is 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. The triplet 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. 16th is a very interesting variation. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a, which is cool. The 16th note triplet I'm not going to do in front of you because I find it really, really, really difficult. I find myself just coming back to the accent on 1, but you can certainly have a go. Very slowly is 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a, so 16th triplet says 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a, 1, 2, 3. That's where I am. That's the 16th triplet. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3. There's the accent. The accent on the 2nd note. 1 and 2 and 3. I just get, I somehow get tangled up. So there's some practice for me to do. And then the 3rd one, which is you turn the page to page 5, is obviously going to be with the accent on the 3rd note, which most of us will be much more familiar with. So get the tempo up to 80 beats per minute. So I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and, because the accent's coming on every 3rd note. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In other words, what would be the offbeat, a swung offbeat. So if I go through the whole pattern, eighths, 1 and 2 and 3 and 2, and then the triplet 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and 2 and that 1 and 2 that. This is 16th. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then to 16th triplet. Okay, a little bit more accessible. So out of all those 12 exercises in the 3-note grouping, there's only one there that I can't do. I don't mind telling you, I severely can't do it. So that's an opportunity for me to sit down and work on that. I think this is what is the attraction of this book. Is after all the books we've been through and all the stuff we've been through and all the, you know, we're coming to things that are presenting us with a new challenge on what is basically stuff that we should know how to do, accenting within a bar and within pulses. Okay, we'll do another session with this next time, and I'll speak to you then.